Have you ever had an idea so good, so brilliant, you were convinced it would make you a bazillionaire, solve world hunger, and finally get your parents to admit you were their favorite child? Yeah, we've all been there. And chances are, that idea is now sitting in a dusty notebook, right next to your failed sourdough starter, and your resolution to learn Klingon. So what gives? Why do so many world-changing ideas die a sad, lonely death? According to Jen Kem's book, Unicorn Team, it's usually not because the idea sucked. It's because the team behind it was about as functional as a chocolate teapot. Today we're diving into how to build a team so good, so in sync, they can turn your craziest shower thoughts into a reality. A unicorn team. First things first. Before you start recruiting your dream team, Kem says you need to answer one brutal question. Is your idea actually any good? Or are you just a little too in love with the smell of your own brain farts? Most ideas don't fail because they're bad. They fail because they were never properly stress tested. We get so excited about a concept that we skip the boring part, checking if anyone will actually pay for it. Kem gives us a simple 3-step filter to run our brilliant, world-changing ideas through. It's called the Unicorn Innovation Model: Visionize, Strategize, and Mobilize. Think of it like setting up a dating profile. Step 1. Visionize. This is where you define the problem you're solving. It's your sexy profile picture. It's not just I'm a nice person, it's I can solve your crippling loneliness. Or at least your inability to find good tacos at 3 a.m. The founders of BetterHelp didn't just create another therapy service, they solved the problem that getting to a therapist's office is a logistical nightmare. That's a good profile pic. Step 2. Strategize. Does your solution actually fit the market? This is swiping through the app to see if anyone in your area is even interested. Starbucks had a great idea to offer healthy smoothies. The problem? Making them was a complicated mess that slowed baristas down to a crawl. The customers were there, but the execution was a disaster. So they pivoted to cold brew. Simpler, faster, and still hit that I'm being healthy-ish spot. They found a better match. Step 3. Mobilize. Can this idea deliver a win within 100 days? This is the first date. If you can't make it through one dinner without an awkward silence that lasts for 20 minutes or setting the tablecloth on fire, this relationship is probably doomed. If your idea needs 5 years and $1 billion just to show a tiny sign of life, it might be a resource-sucking vampire. Know when to cut your losses. Okay, so your idea has made it through the filter. It's hot, it's viable, and it's ready to mingle. Now you need the team. And according to Kem, every unicorn team is made of 3 core personality types: the Visionizer, the Strategizer, and the Mobilizer. First up, the Visionizer. This is your idea person. They don't just see the world, they see 10 different better versions of it, all at once. They're the ones asking, what if we delivered pizza with drones? Or, what if cats could file our taxes? They're exciting, they're disruptive. They're also a little bit chaotic. Visionizers are great at starting things. Finishing them? Not so much. They get impatient when their grand vision for a cat-based accounting firm isn't built overnight. They assume you can read their mind and understand the masterpiece that exists only in their head. A Visionizer is that friend who plans an epic 7-country backpacking trip over brunch, but forgets you all need to, request time off work and buy plane tickets. Next we have the Strategizer. If the Visionizer is the dreamer, the Strategizer is the one who has to turn that dream into an actual, non-insane plan. They take the tax filing cats idea and figure out the business model, the marketing message, and the legal hurdles of feline employment. These are the quiet power players. Oprah had the vision, but Sherry Salata was the Strategizer, turning that vision into a billion-dollar media empire. Strategizers get frustrated when the Visionizer suddenly decides, forget the cats. We're doing tax filing ferrets now. Without any warning. Their biggest challenge is keeping the plan on track without strangling the Visionizer with their own flowchart. And finally, we have the Mobilizer. The get-it-done person, the closer, the one who actually has to build the tiny kitty-sized laptops and teach mittens how to use Excel. Mobilizers are the unsung heroes who turn plans on a whiteboard into actual functioning things in the real world. They are the backbone of any company, but they can struggle with change. A mobilizer's personal hell is a last-minute pivot. They crave structure and clarity. They're the person who actually assembles the IKEA bookshelf, while the Visionizer is already designing a new house, and the Strategizer is complaining about the kerning in the instruction manual. Now, nobody is just one thing. Kem breaks it down into 9 hybrid leadership types. You've got your legends, like Steve Jobs, who mix vision and strategy to change the world, but desperately need mobilizers to actually build the stuff. You've got your masterminds, like Taylor Swift, who doesn't just have a vision for a song. She has a strategy for a multi-album revenge saga, complete with merchandise and an economic stimulus package for every city she tours in. The point is, you need a balance. A team of all Visionizers will have 1,000 brilliant ideas and 0 products. A team of all Strategizers will have the world's most perfect plan to do absolutely nothing. And a team of all Mobilizers will efficiently build a product that nobody wants. You need the Visionizer's gas, the Strategizer's GPS, and the Mobilizer's engine. Otherwise, you're just a really cool-looking car going nowhere. Now, getting these 3 very different types of people to work together sounds like the setup for a terrible reality TV show. And it can be. Visionizer wants to change direction every 5 minutes. The Mobilizer is having a panic attack about the shifting deadlines. The Strategizer is trying to mediate with a color-coded spreadsheet that nobody is looking at. But Kem says, this tension isn't a problem to be solved. It's the secret sauce. When the Visionizer throws out a wild new idea, the Strategizer's job is to poke holes in it and assess the risks. The Mobilizer's job is to bring everyone back to reality and say, that's great, but we only have 2 coders and a half-eaten bag of Doritos. What's realistic? This conflict forces better decisions. It stops the team from chasing shiny objects or getting stuck in analysis paralysis. The key is to create a culture where it's safe to push back, to question things, and most importantly, to own your mistakes. When something goes wrong, the question shouldn't be, whose fault is it? It should be, what did we learn and how do we fix it, fast? A leader who can genuinely say, my bad, that was the wrong call, is a leader who builds an unstoppable team. If you're finding this strategy for team building useful and you want to mobilize yourself to click a button, consider subscribing. Don't just have the vision of a smarter, more informed you. Follow the strategy and execute the plan by hitting that little red button. We'll provide the content, you provide the click. It's the perfect team. So you've built your unicorn team. They're humming along, turning conflict into innovation. How do you keep them? Because in today's world, talented people have options. They can go freelance, start their own thing, or become a TikTok star who reviews different kinds of moss. Losing a great team member is like a really expensive, painful breakup. And the worst part? Most of the time, it's preventable. The number one reason unicorns leave is because they don't feel valued. They're busting their ass creating amazing results, while Lazy Dave from accounting gets promoted because he's good at golf. High performers will not stick around to be underappreciated. Recognizing and rewarding your best people isn't just nice, it's a survival strategy. And sometimes, people leave not because they're unhappy, but because they're growing. Your star mobilizer might be developing some serious Strategizer skills. Instead of losing them, can you find a new role that lets them stretch those new muscles? Helping your people evolve is one of the best ways to keep them. So, the big takeaway from Gen Chem's unicorn team is this. Ideas are cheap, fleeting, and often conceived in questionable states of mind. The real magic, the thing that separates the forgotten failures from the game-changing successes, is the team. It's about finding the right balance of wild dreamers, sharp planners, and relentless doers. It's about embracing the friction between them and knowing that's where the best stuff comes from. So take a look at your own team, or even just yourself. Are you the Visionizer, the Strategizer, or the Mobilizer? Are you creating a space where all 3 can clash, collaborate, and create something amazing? Build that. And you won't just have a company. You'll have a unicorn. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments which unicorn type you think you are. And don't forget to mobilize that subscribe button. See you next time.